Welcome back to Shapes 2. My name is Nilaus and we are back here with another episode. And you can say that things kind of become a little bit repetitive because, well, it's just another shape here. But then that's kind of the same as saying in Factorio that it's just the same when you make a green or blue or red colored chip. They are different ingredients and different methodology. We're going to continue with our modular design. It works very well. Seems like a lot of you are keen on it. So my choice here is either I can continue on working on the pin task to get some more research points. That would be nice. Or I could go for this milestone and then unlock the trains. Isn't that obvious? But there's actually another benefit of this. This is because if I build this and then have it sort of continue on 8 lanes in, then I'm gonna get the operator levels for free just by having this one just go up and up and up. And I think that's very valuable as well. So that's actually what I want to work on. I want to work on this, but I want to give myself a challenge for this, because if we look at this, these shapes look, I mean, somewhat reasonable, right? There's something about diagonal and something there. Like, all these things should be something we can do. So what I'd like to do is actually see if we can build all of this only with existing blueprints, and then, you know, like making minor changes, but just basically see if our designs are robust enough to handle all these cases. So let's dive in. If you are liking this episode or this thing, then this series, then be sure to hit the like button. That means a lot. And what we're gonna do here is, it feels weird that we do this, but there's really no reason to keep this along while we are working, because I will never use this again. If I wanted to use it, I would just rebuild it. But let's see. We are gonna need, if we look at it, we can also look a little bit forward. So we're gonna need a star, and we're gonna need 2 squares, and we need some red paint and some green paint. Those are the things we need. So we have a square here, we have some red paint and some green paint, and we have a star here. So we're gonna build it down here. Wish we had trains, but no. So we're gonna need 2 of this, and let's see. Go to our blueprints. I have actually created another blueprint just for us here and here. That gives us, this goes up, this goes down, up and down, and that gets us 8 belts outbound here. That's a good start. We don't only need 4 belts right now for the first, but we're gonna need this afterwards. I want to take 8 belts out, and then yeah, we'll paint all of these. We'll paint all of this. So that means we are going to need a painting block. I built another one. Oh, I don't have it. We don't have unlock it there. Only one of them needs to be painted. There we go. And it says paint. So we know what it does. And then we need some red paint coming in. That paint comes down here. That means blueprint there. And we get blueprint, and we need 2 lanes because we need it. That one is, however, not completely ready. We can put 4 of these on the top layer. So this is actually fine just to put on a single layer. And let's see, I don't want to go through that one. So and that's here. There we go. So that gets us the red one. So after we get the red one and here, then we are going to do some kind of splitting thing. I think I have some swapping that does that. There, side by side, swap halves. Let's see what this does. It would require us to have them split out so that they are, this one is a splitting half. But that would require us to have them on the lower level and also on the higher level. So we are going to do swift halves. Let me see. I'm actually going to make way too much of this, but that's okay. I'm going to need it a little bit later. Okay, now I don't think we actually can make it with all we have, because what we're going to need is a swapping block. No, a stacking block. That one. And no, there. So this goes, basically take the 8 lanes and then send it that way. Then we're kind of gonna have to do the same thing over here. There. And Yeah, this is the normal white ones without color, and this is the other one. So this needs a little bit of amendment so that this can be consolidated. So I think I made the change here, and I think it works. What I did was basically just taking this one, where it now takes these 8 lanes and make them on the top floor, and make the other lanes 8 lanes of red on the bottom floor. And it goes in, and we have, this is exactly what I want. And even though I don't really need this one to deliver 4,600, then why not? And I've already made it a little bit of room for it. I've made it so that I can get 8 lanes in from the side. I really don't need 8 lanes, to be perfectly honest, because I'm going to get the other one in as well, and it's going to complete so quickly anyway. So that's... yeah. And get that. Actually, we're just going to take 1 in. And just don't cut through the other one, which is exactly what we do now. So let's go like this. Yep. And that's obviously going to take forever, but it is now done. And it's 8 lanes. That's all we can put. And then we'd have to make another line to get it in. But 4,000 is not a problem. So let's go on with the other one, which is also going to be something we can definitely do immediately. And we are going to need... that is 8 lanes. And what I need to do is then split it across the diagonal. I know we have that at a cutting block. That is... what is this one called? Split diagonals. Oh, it's only 4. This one can only do 4. Okay. I thought it... cut diagonal. Yeah, we don't want to cut diagonal. We want to split diagonals. Okay. Let's have a look at what it looks like. And that means we should not get this design here. We should get it there. We'll just take this one in and get you down. Good. So we get diagonals in. What are we getting out? We get these, and they are opposite. That's actually fine for us, because what we need to do is just take... so it will give us 4 lanes of either. Actually, I do want to rotate them. Yes, I do want to rotate them. And the next one we want is some paint. So we mine some paint down here. And we go over and put it on a box. There. And I'm going to bring it down from down here, because then I can just feed it into here. And that will be... because then I can take the red one. Oh. The red one comes from here. So I guess I should take the green one from the other side. And that means I need a paint job here. Painting block. There. That should be the green one. So now we're getting 8 lanes of green inbound. And then we just need to bring it back home. Like that. And that's just going to bring it back home. There. Here. And that goes in here. So then we have 8 lanes in on 8 lanes in. None of these are actually coming home, but they are en route. So you can see here, it's coming home, and the other one is also coming home. So we just wait for this. Obviously, I would normally start working on some of the other milestones, but in this case, I want to focus on this part. So we just skip ahead. So now the first one is coming in, these red and white blocks, and they're coming in 8 lanes of 120 each, so 960 per minute. So that means it'll take less than 5 minutes to complete this objective, which is probably just the travel time it takes to get all of that in here, which is kind of funny, because if I'm... does it say any transfer speed? No, it doesn't say any transfer speed. Maybe it does actually. Maybe it is actually exactly the same speed as that one. So I'll probably have enough on this belt to actually complete the milestone. Either way, we got 10% of it done. The other one, just to confirm, it's also coming in, but it's only sort of halfway there. So we go down here, and then we can start working on the next part, because we might just peek ahead and say, what is the next thing we want? We want to take the other half, which is over here. And then we're going to be rotating it and putting them on top of each other. So that should also be pretty simple. We got a rotator just like this. There we go. So we rotate it. It doesn't, no, it's a rotator here, 180 degrees there. So that it comes out exactly the opposite. And if I look at north, then this is the base one. This is actually the one I should have been sending in. And this one is the other one. So I'm going to need to stack them on top of each other. That means I'm going to need a stacker. We have that. That's here. And which one goes on top of that? I think this goes on top here. Let's see. The top one is red to the west. Not that it matters. I know. But I prefer it this way when I need to merge them together. And that goes in. And then I have a... So the thing is, if I break this here, I'll probably have enough to complete this. But if I don't, then it just kind of sucks. There we go. I'll just do that. And then I can start doing all of this and merge that line in here. So we'll have enough on this belt to complete it. We can see we're already at 2000 and we've already now completed the next part. Let's have a look and just confirm that it works. Oh, there we go. We got the green ones coming in. That's excellent. It's going to be pretty simple to do this. Look at it's rotating, cutting, swapping, painting, all that stuff, and we can patch the thing together. Obviously, when we get trains, we can build bigger, and that's something we absolutely want to do as well. We can also do 3 levels. So there's definitely more stuff, but working like this with always working on 8 lanes coming in is just a really nice size for me, I feel. Is it working? If I look north, and then it is exactly the right shape that we're looking for. So that is now coming in. And the other one is, yeah, it's going to have plenty because it's only sort of moved this part. Cool. Our shape is completed. We now need 6,000 of the ones we've already made. You can see this is the legacy of the old ones coming in. And down here we already have the next one en route. But we also can see there's only 3,500. So we can look a little peek into the future and see how does this one work. Well, I put the red paint up here because I knew that it was going to take forever to get here. So I just wanted to get that in here as fast as possible. That will get us all these red ones, which will then need to be rotated. So we're going to go at a rotator, and that's going to be a 180 rotator. There we go. And then I'm just going to take these out and then do a stacking here and flip it. That one. And that should be it. That should be it. And then it'll automatically, once this one completes, it'll just start replacing it with the next one. Let's see. Can I see what's coming out? I can see it if I do this. Yes, that's this way. And oh, they are. How are they? Oh, right. That's not it. It should not be rotated 180 degrees. It should be rotated just like this. There we go. Good. So now it should be opposite of this. Great. And it goes in. I want to show you the difference, what we need to do here, because this can be done either simple, but then it only works for a specific case, or I can make it more complicated, and then it works in a generic case. So what I have prepared is, if we look at just a single one over here, let's just take a single one here, that's not it, and that one. So there will be something coming out on one belt. If we look at, we're just gonna get this. This is the one that comes anything out. So if I, hold on, I want one more. There we go. I'm gonna get these two. They have something. If I want to swap them, then all I need to do is just basically do that. That's the wrong, there you go, right? That is excruciatingly simple. That works really well. But if I take this and then I go to a location like that, which I have prepared because this is one that has all things are different. So if I do the same thing here, and then I'm gonna just take, no, we're just gonna take here, that one, good. Let's have a look at what we get in here. So those are not the same. So basically what I want to show you is that you can do something that's really simple, but it is not generic. Let's see, what did I actually do here? It's supposed to be like that, so if I also rotate it there, so at least rotate it the right way. So now that one's good, that one's good, and the top two are just mixed between them. So yeah, this is not a rotational, this is not exactly the same thing, but it only works if you have a symmetric shape. So what I can do in this case is that I can use another blueprint that I have already there, swapping block, but it is a lot more complicated. Here, this block. And then it takes and does all that stuff. Let's actually just, let's design it and then explain what it does. There. I'm going to design it. So what I need to do is here. Okay, we're going to get in. We're going to get in here. There we go. So first I need to split this out. Then I need to F there. Need to rotate it. And then I get these two. And then I need to rotate them each different way. And then if I smash them together again, then what we now see is that if we look at the gray inverted one versus the red spike, they are, yeah, so if I just turn this that way, now you can see these two on the eastern or western side in this case, they've swapped places. And I actually want these two to be different. There, because I want it out on that lane. Because then I can do jump, and you're going to be rotating again, and then there. And that is actually what I'm looking for. What have we done here? Let's make sure that it rotates. It is rotated. Which ones have been swapped? The two right-hand ones. Yeah. So the red square and the gray spike. Red square, gray spike. They remain the same place, but the gray wedge or white wedge and the red spike, they've been opposite. So this whole awful thing is a robust way of swapping two tiles. It's a little bit much, but hey, it works generic. So the question is, do we want to make something that's generic? And then for my blueprints, I really don't like having blueprints like this one where it says swap bottom corner, and then I think it works, but it only works in very specific cases. So I just wanted to explain that yes, you can do it a lot simpler than what I am going to do, but if you do that, then it's also just woefully not not generic. So we're gonna do it down here. We're gonna do it is actually a little bit crazy how big of a difference it is. Let's do both, and then just to illustrate the difference. If you want to make it generic, it gets difficult, and if you want to make it specific, then it's easy. So here we have the two different examples. This one is the specific one that only works if we have some symmetric shape. This one is the generic shape, and we'll just start with the, let's start with the easier one there, and then there. So we are going to say is that what this does is it's a standard rotator, and then it's this one is the one we just highlighted. It basically takes it, rotate, split it, and rotate, and then it just takes with one of those or swap it. Then it goes in, and then it comes out here. Let's do that one so we can see what is coming out. It only works when they actually get into the next. So we'll get in here. We'll start seeing it. So they're all, I'm looking north, and it's on so white on top in the top right hand corner. Yes. So that works for this specific case. That's nice. But what about the other one? This one works in any case, and what I have to do then is first split the 8 lanes into 2 times 4 lanes, because I can only fit like this thing into a 4-lane thing. Maybe you can do some magic and make it fit better, but I cannot. So we're gonna be split belts to side there, And then afterwards we merge it back in and put it on this line. We actually get exactly what we want here. And let's see. And there's also the white one on top in the top right hand corner. So those are the two examples. I would say keep both, but just be mindful that this one is not working unless you have a symmetric shape inbound, which is why I kind of prefer this. This is like a long-winded explanation of something that I just know that people in chat would be like, hey, actually, you can make it a lot simpler. It's like, yeah, I can, but then it's not generic, and I like my designs generic, even they're a little bit bigger, because we have enough of space. Cool. So now that is coming in here, and it'll go all the way up here. So now I need to make sure that this, by looking north, is this the rotated the right way? No, it is not. So let's just do a rotate. There we go. So now it is rotated the correct way. And then I need to put things on top of each other. And that actually means, let's see. Okay. It's a little bit unfortunate this way. There. So this would be nice, but it's actually the one that comes in from the top has to be to the right. And the one that comes in from top is that one. Oh man, I can't really just get these properly done. I wouldn't mind getting it one over. Let's see, what do we want? I want this one. Oops. Here. And I want you to be on top. So I could do something like this. I could do something like this. That's actually okay. It'll be a little bit... No, it's gonna be perfect even. I mean, of course it's gonna be perfect. This is the whole intention. There. And then it goes up and merges straight in. And all this can then be deleted because I'll never use that again here. And I really want it like this because now I'm going to get this part inbound, which will then be one of those. This shape was something that we want to do forever and ever and ever. Let's have a look. These are merging in. Yes. And they are then rotated and then they're coming in. Looking north, they are red one and top right. Yes. And we just need all of these coming in. And whether you want to use the generic or the specific, that's up to you. Both of those are in my blueprints. And yeah. And yeah, so they're both in my blueprints. And I'll be trying to make them look different so you can see the difference. Because this one only works with symmetric shapes. I think I've said that enough now. Now we just wait. We're finally getting the final shape in here, and now that just needs to count to 21,000, which is a long time, but that's just something that we'll let it run. I can run until tomorrow when the next episode comes out. In between now and tomorrow, I will also have completed these two, so we actually can get started on trains as we dive into the next episode. So let's recap on this episode and just take the challenge was, can I do the whole thing without with just the blueprints that I already have? All of this, yes, very much so, and it's even like really crisp. This part down here, well, there was a little bit of sort of merging in and out. I don't think I want to save these kind of blueprints because would I want to maintain these kind of blueprints? It actually looks kind of nice. I could also just send one forward. Then they could have been next to each other. Yeah, I don't know. We did sort of make this, and this one we already had. We just designed it, but we already had this one, and I prefer using it since it's generic. But we also make the other one, which is very specific for this case, and that's the one thing we actually had to do in this this build. Also, like this bit part, but I don't really consider that to be too much of a design. But the main part was all completed with existing designs, and as we continue to build up designs, then this will be easier to do stuff with existing designs, and then we'll just we'll then get into other trouble soon when we get to where's it, third floor. Then all the designs will be disabled or will basically be needing to be upgraded, but that's just something we'll get to at that point. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you want to get a hold of the save game or all the cool blueprints, then those are available for patron supporters. So if you are a patron supporter, you can get access to the blueprints and all these blueprints you have here, and all of the save games as well. Remember, I'm also streaming on Twitch, so come by on twitch.tv/Nilaus and drop by and be part of the design process. We're playing a different game there, or a different seed, but also a little bit further than we are here on YouTube. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, take care, and as always, stay effective.